Hey everybody! It is MonkeyPuzzle, and it is time for episode number 27, I think, of Exploring Ragnarok. And today, we are actually gonna do some exploring. I've been preparing for it for a number of episodes, but this time is it. We're gonna do it. Last episode, let me see. Oh, this is just a new 145 Griffin that I tamed today, thanks to UrMandan. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it as many times as I've communicated. But yeah, this is my fourth 145 Griffin. The first one died. None of them have names, so I've been not naming things for a while. So I need to get back to that. But if you guys know any names, Airstream here has a name, and we are about to take off on Airstream. If you're too young to know what an Airstream is, they're these old trailers, metal trailers that looked like they were kind of streamlined, sort of oval-shaped, very shiny metal trailers that you pull along. So that is this one, but these bears are coming along, and they don't have names, just the levels that they were when I tamed them. And these cats are coming along too, these saber-tooths. So in last episode, when we built, and well, we didn't build, but I showed you the little base that we're going to drop down over in the western side of the Murder Snow. We packed it on the mammoth. But as much as I'd like to take a mammoth up there, and as much as a mammoth is appropriate to where we're going, I think it would just slow us down, because mammoths are really slow. And I had pumped the speed on that one, but then they went and had a nerf speed, so... But anyway, we're going to get right on the road here. I just want to show you real quick what I'm bringing. I got lots of food and stuff on this one, changes of gear, and then the bears are carrying the base that we're going to drop down, just like we did before with the chalet, because bears can carry a lot of weight, but they won't slow us down. Let's give this one a little bit more health for whatever may arise, so you can see all the stuff. And again, we're going to build that next episode. Well, I'm going to make a couple episodes out of this, so when we get there, we're going to build it. But first, we're going to get there today. But here's just another look at the things that it's going to be made out of. So we'll show that again when we get to building it. And then these three cats are coming along. So, with no further ado, except for leveling up the paracer, let's give it some speed, I guess. Yeah. Alright, we got 1% more speed. Remind me not to waste that again. Oh, that's so terrible that they've nerfed speed like that. I don't really see the point of slowing it down. I mean, speed was one of the, along with fortitude, was one of the chintziest stats that you could use. So, I just gotta make sure that everybody's coming along. The sabers looked like they had gotten lost already. It looks like they're there. And I should just do this to check that everybody's coming. So it's just me today. I was going to do it with BeFun and Kimmy, but I've been having some rough stuff going on in my life that's been keeping me from gaming. And so we don't need to get into the details of that, but I just had a chance to do this right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And there's actually one major thing that I've already forgotten in taking off here, is that I don't really need it yet, but the whole point of this paracer is to have these air conditioners coming along, because we're going to go through places that are way too cold for fur. At least it depends. Generally they are, although sometimes they're not that cold. I actually hope that they're really cold today, because that's the point of all this stuff I'm doing. I think I need to go one lower yet, so I'm kind of four-wheeling it here, and we may or may not see some baddies along the way, but whatever. I think with all these guys with me, should be able to handle it, unless it's something just way too alpha. In fact, we need to get something soon, because I didn't really put meat on them. I figured that they would get some meat on the way. I normally don't attack trikes, but this one looks like it's on its way out anyway. So might as well let them get a meal off of it. No, I'm stuck on them. But you know what else I'm going to do? As I saw that other thing over there that was already dead. It's like a raptor or something. So let's get some meat off of that. And maybe I cleared my path here too. So they said they worked on collision in the last patch. Well, two things. They worked on the collision logic of dinos and their AI for getting around obstacles. So I'm going to put it to the test today, especially doing this solo, to see how well they actually follow me. So we'll see if they come along. So far, so good. Whoa, I can see this jumping over boulders now. Before, yeah, when I read the patch notes, they said that they're just better at going around them. I guess that would be one way to handle that. Yeah, I mean, it's still working out. So we've got a scorpion for them to take care of. Go ahead, kids. Go ahead and get it. It seems like they're harvesting. So we should have plenty of meat on them by the time we get through this. Over here, there tend to be a lot of sabers. So let's see. Now, as you know, I could just easily fly over there and build this thing. I've got a Quetzal that has pretty much exactly the same air conditioner setup as Airstream here, but that's no fun. We're trying to... Oh, is that a hyena? Hyenodon? Not anymore. And here's some sabers. They're, I'm sure, going to get involved, or at least a saber. And it's attacking that poor Anki. Man, well... Oh, and it's going to eat it, and it's going to come for us. So I'm just letting that inevitable happen. There you go. More lunch. That was just a 60, but they didn't harvest that one. I don't really know if it matters if I have the doors closed or not. Let's go ahead and do that, and then let me make sure, just to be careful, that everybody's got some meat. So you didn't have any meat. How about you? You've got some meat. And you got a lot of meat. Okay. And then the bear, this other bear. Ooh, that's got plenty of meat. Alright, so everybody's got some. I'm gonna redistribute back this way. Just to make sure that they have it to heal, or if they're gonna need it to regain stamina. I know that Quetzals directly use food to regain stam at this point, but I'm not sure if they've changed that with carnivores or not. So yeah, this is the Overland way to get, we're getting to the other side of this new center canyon area, and they changed the names of things. This area here is called the Burning Mists. So there's definitely mists from the waterfalls. I guess the burning part would come from its proximity to the volcano area. But we'll check on what things are called as we're going along this big exploration today. I have traced the route, but I can't say I've actually done the whole thing by land before. So this is going to be useful. So now we could go down there. That's the ramp way to get down into the canyon area. But we want to get all the way up there. So we'll do that. Oh, and I'm stuck on a corpse. And I'm just going to harvest a bit more lunch. So this is... Oh, and it's gone. Oh well. Too slow. Yeah, this is the first trial, actually, for all of these, the bears and the sabers. Oh, wait, it is there. Gosh darn it. Yeah, they have not been out in battle at all, but they have been leveled up quite a bit just from hanging out. Oh, that looks like a pteranodon or something, huh? Just from hanging out around me doing all my stuff, they've been getting some XP that way. Let's give that one some health. And continue on. So just being a little cautious with the meat, but I'm sure they'll get plenty. Hey! And it looks like we've come across BeFun. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get him on the comms. Alright, so we ran into BeFun, and you want to come along?
Sure, sounds good.
Alright, so we're getting the crew back together. Impromptu.
Let me just get my bears back on follow.
Okay. He was just talking about maybe building a bridge over this little river here.
Yeah, there's two little crossings here that, now that the dinos move so slowly in water, I thought, yeah, I'll build a couple little bridges. It'd be nice.
They do seem really slow. Has that changed?
Yeah, apparently it has. I think they made them slower.
Ah! Made them slower on land and slower on water.
No, I can't keep up with it all.
This is a big test, though, apparently, of the improvements they say they make in their ability to deal with obstacles.
Yeah.
And their collision about getting stuck on each other.
Well, I'm not seeing any improvement so far.
Really? I'm staying optimistic. I mean, I don't see the animals getting in each other as much.
Yeah, but I've been having lots of issues with them. I mean, just as many as I used to with them getting stuck on each other lately. I mean, I haven't really noticed that big a difference.
All right.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm staying optimistic.
I hope so. All right, here comes the motley group.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to head over to BeFun's restaurant, and then he's going to drop his bears off there. Am I going the right way, or am I going too high here? Yeah.
No, the right way.
If we brought all these bears, there'd be absolutely no challenge at all. Although right now, you're fulfilling one of my ideas for a trip. Is actually traveling on... Oh, you're on a bear now. Oh. Sorry, Palovia. Bad move. To actually do an adventure on a Dodie. Just be able to roll around.
Yeah.
And then that would be great if you wanted to make a stone base when you got somewhere. And when they're rolling, they're actually pretty fast.
Yeah, you'd want to level up their speed a lot, though.
Yeah.
First.
I've got a Dodie that Aaron gave me that he bred. It's actually really speedy. Speediest Dodie I've ever encountered.
This one I got right now isn't all that speedy. Make a pretty good time, though.
Yep. I had put a lot of speed into this paracer before they nerfed it, but so it still has a bunch of levels in it I probably wouldn't have put in given the rate now, but it's not too bad. Oh, to get you off?
Yeah, every time.
Your
I
bear
really don't like those things.
Your bear should defend you.
Oh yeah, no worries, just the lag, just the delay.
So we've made it over without much problem to the other side of the canyon, so that's not too bad. Just coming around here, but we've got a bunch more of a journey ahead of us. Snow is just right up there, but we're actually gonna go a little farther than that. We want to get to the full most western. How do I say this? Westernmost part of the snow. So that's actually going to entail a little journey down into the new valley. We're calling it Green Valley, for lack of a better name. Right now, this is the Water Wall of the Ancients. That's pretty cool. And here comes BeFun.
Yeah, I got this slow Dodie behind me.
Survived the Microraptor.
Here he comes.
Right on. BeFun's restaurant should be right up here somewhere. It's kind of along the way. We can pretend that we've been traveling for a very long distance and need food and refreshments and to rest till the next day. 5 minutes later. I showed the restaurant briefly in the stream once, but
Yeah, I remember that.
I have not shown it in an episode, but it's worth more than like a hurried 2 minutes, so...
Yeah, save it for a separate episode. I still have to finish putting in some new stuff now that we have Eco Decor mod.
But it's down there. And so I'm going to hang out here for a second while BeFun parks his dinos, and then we will restart. Okay, BeFun, you all ready?
I am ready. Here I am.
All right. And you guys who didn't see that one stream, I'll let you go ahead. I won't walk onto you. Those guys who missed that one stream where I show the restaurant, well, you're just going to have to wait. But we'll show some more of it very soon. So we just went a little...
worth the wait.
Yes. It's a very cool build. But I'm sure you'd expect no less from BeFun.
Thank you.
People ask me for the coordinates to your cavern tavern all the time. And I get kind of cagey with them. I'm like, well, it's kind of around here, but you're just going to have to find it.
Yeah. That's part of the adventure.
Yeah. Being told exactly where things are, it's just, what fun is that? And we got everybody, And we managed not to get in a fight with that ape. That's cool.
Or this guy, hopefully.
So, I'm not sure what I want. A nice peaceful journey or lots of dangerous fights to add excitement.
Well, when we get up over the little passage there, there's typically 3 or 4 griffins you can't avoid, so we'll see what happens.
Hold on, speaking of dangerous stuff, little Pegomastix thought he was going to do something. That's taken care of now.
They don't make the best choices, do they?
No, really bad life choices, for sure.
Speaking of which.
You got to give it to them for bravery.
Speaking of which, let's put some berries in my number 10 slot. Yep, there we go.
Okay.
So let's see. Important armor on the way up.
This area we're in now, we're still in the water wall of the Ancients. Oh, and there is a Rex. We're not going to worry about.
135. Let's see if we can.
Got a Terror Birds on you.
Oh, there. What was that?
Terror Birds.
Oh, Terror Birds. Oh my gosh.
And then the Paracerium is in the fight now.
Of course.
Alright. Let's let my entourage handle it. Shouldn't take too long.
Before they push him back down to the Rex.
That's true. Good point. The Rex is just about to have lunch, so we should move on.
Let's get going.
So this here is the passage to a whole new area, which I've shown you once, but I didn't show you Overland. We were, I think it was in that same stream, and I was flying along with my Pteranodon, which is actually a mistake. When you're trying to give tours nowadays, it should always be on a Griffin. But do you want to go straight, or do we want to go up to the right here?
Right down here. It loops around into the valley.
Okay. So BeFun lives a little bit more in this neighborhood, so he's a little bit more familiar.
Hopefully that Brano I stole its egg from isn't still pissed off at me over here.
That would be a long grudge. I know if you stole my baby, I'd probably never forgive you. I got a bear there. Come on, bear. We mean no harm. So yeah, this is the beginning of it. We've been calling this the Green Valley, like I said, but once we get a little bit into it, I'll check the name again. But it is a valley, and it is green, and it's got the green obelisk to double the green in it. And it's actually one of the more wide open places, which I like, actually. I like having places that aren't just full of trees and rocks and stuff like that, so you could actually run around with your dinos and not get stuck on things. So this Hidana, that's what it was. And we were actually Google searching to try to figure out what Hidana is. And didn't have much luck. Anyway, I'll give you a look as we go along. And it's pretty nice. Oop. And then I gotta get out of K mode. K mode. Oh, they're on attack my target, and I guess that counted as an attack to walk over it.
Pretty funny.
Which way did you go? Oh, there you are.
I'm over here.
Yeah, so there's this river that runs all the way down it.
River runs through it.
It does. Got a Rex over there.
Let's see what level he is. 20.
Oh, no worries.
This guy, Microraptor, I'm more worried about.
Right? More worried about the little guys than the big guys.
Yeah, we'll let him entertain himself with the Diplo.
Yeah, we'll have mercy on it. Oh, yeah, and there's the Titano. This tends to be where the Titanosaurs are. If there are Titanosaurs. Generally, both of them are in this valley.
Yeah. He's been hanging around here for a few days.
Looks like he's fighting with the Griffin. Talk about bad life choices.
Yeah.
On the Griffin's part there. Right on, and so down here we have another little stop we could make. BeFun has done a great job at, well, these actually aren't it, huh? These are...
No, these are just some, we were taming up some hyenas.
Okay, so yeah, this is some wood taming pens. But is it down here?
Right down here in the trees.
BeFun has been continuing his job to make sure there's little shelters all along the way. Everywhere you go. So I'm just going to leave my crew parked here and just give you a quick look over here. You have a name for this?
Not yet. It's pretty Spartan.
Mm-hmm. So this is just a little lodge. It's got a fireplace and some sleeping bags and a nice little balcony to check out the view of the river. And a nice view of the whole rest of the valley, so good place for a weary traveler to take a little rest, do a little camping, bring my family down here and spend a week.
I really like this valley.
Yeah, but not today. We're going to continue on. You did a nice rubber band there. Rubber band forward, though.
Alright, look at that view. Snow-capped mountains around. Reminds me of the Sierras in California.
It does. So, right after you pass BeFun's place, take a little left here. And we're going to go join up with... This is basically as far as those mountains with the murder snow. There's this other range over there, but that is not as cold. You can get away with just having fur up there, but these are the ones. Now, we haven't really quite decided yet if the temperatures have been toned down a little bit. It still says murder snow when you get up there, and you still get the ice cube. But we've been finding it to be not as bad. So I really actually hope that's not the case, because I enjoy the challenge of it being that bad. And right now, on this paracer with 4 air conditioners, I could probably just take everything off and still be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I hope they keep it really challenging. I'm not sure if it's a function of having a little bit better fur gear than I had when we built my chalet, but it seems like it has an easier time of it when I'm up here, more often than not.
Yeah, I've got really good fur gear too that I brought, but I'm not actually wearing it at the moment. Ooh, that's a nice white sloth.
Yeah, 140.
There. Ooh, that's a nice color. Thank you. So right here, let me show you where we are on the map. We're basically down at about 60-40 right now. The world border is very close that way. And at this point, there is a nice little ramp to get up into the mountains. And this area is just called Snow. Very creative name. And not quite Murder Murder Snow yet. Well, first it goes Murder, then it goes Murder Murder. Keep checking, make sure I got everybody with me. So, yeah, if you were trying to begin the mountain ridge, this is where you go. There's a snail up here.
Funny place for him.
Yeah. You can go a little further this way, but if I did, I'd hit the world boundary pretty quick there.
Yeah, we kind of skirted a little bit up here, I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to a place up here where you can see it. But basically, we're following the way that the paracer is going to have the easiest time.
Oh, time to switch into my fur.
Yeah, I don't need it here. I'm just for science, I'm going to just do a little jaunt this way. Just to see where we hit the world border. Actually, it might still be on the other side of this peak over here.
Yeah, I think it is.
So, I'll spare you that, but it's right.
We will be right up against it in a minute.
Yeah, sure. It is right over there on that edge. So we could go a little bit more south on the mountains. But where I want to drop this base, I was trying to find the junction where a traveler would really need it to be. So whether you're going to go all the way through the snow that way, or once you get up here, you'll see that this actually is going to lead to the desert.
And here's the border right here with G.Skill.
Yeah. So there we go. You can see it now very clearly, or very blurrily. There is the world boundary. Now we can pass through it because we're on an unofficial server. Well, we have it set so you can, but a lot of folks who are on officials, or when this does come out in console or whatever, you're going to have to stop there. But let me just take a peek without this so I don't have to get my whole crew to back up. But if I pop my head through here, you can see that this would be the little passage down into the desert area as well, which instead of extreme cold, we'd have extreme heat. And you can see that I am having problems immediately now that I've stepped off of the paracer. We're only a -21 right now. This is only murder snow, not murder snow. So it's not too bad, but you can see it is pretty cold. So really that's the place I should put the little traveler's base I'm setting up. You know, if I was being the most practical I could. But it's not the best view. I didn't want to set it up with the picture window looking out onto the world border. So we can put something else down there later. So we're going to just go up the hill here a little bit and find where the view is. So this would just be a little tangent off of the path if you're going to the desert. Still on track if you're going up to the snow. So, and we're going to head up this way and see if I can get the paracer up here. We've done it before with other creatures, but not this big old beast. So we'll see how that goes. Now, there's a couple ways we could go. We could go to the left here, and there's a whole ridge up there. We're going to try to head over to the right and see how that goes.
I'm able to get up there reasonably easy on the bear.
Yeah, so far so good for me. I just had a few minor hitches. Let me let everybody catch up with me real quick. They're doing some weird stuff down there. Okay, you guys gonna stop jumping around? Yeah, they're having a little struggle with their AI, but they worked it out. Alright, let's see if we can do this. No problem. Airstream did it. So yeah, there's a couple places up here. We're gonna drop that shelter down up here I'm going to save that for the next episode, but the two choices of places we could put it are right here, and then we'd have a pretty nice view of every place that we've come from, or we can put it over here, and we'd have a really nice view of every place we're going. So I'm going to choose the latter, because we've seen where we've been plenty of times. I think we want to make a base to park to kind of set us up to where we're going.
Yeah, and in anticipation for when the rest of the map is done, or at least this area, I think this is going to be a nice view for the future.
Exactly. You can see some of the work in progress. That little straight line over there is going to go away. Actually, before I jump out here, let me actually change it to my fur gear this time. This is my...
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I got Snowflake right now. Of course, I'm on my bear. He gives me a little warmth. Let's see.
My best set, and it's got my... oh, let me jump out.
Murder, snow. Minus 67. So it's not that cold at the moment.
Yeah, I've got my... I've been getting this werewolf mask and every time I die now, and it looks... I think it looks perfect on the fur. But, yeah, I've just got Snowflake right now. But yeah, that straight line's going to go away. And this whole area is the area that needs to be worked on still. The devs said that they're going to work on this area to the west-southwest first. Kind of where that green goes that way. And they're going to model it on Tasmania, they said. Sort of a introduction to the desert. Like a dry area, but not quite as lifeless as the desert. And then, yeah, so you have a choice of going to the desert or that way into more of this Arctic area. So once we build this thing, we're going to explore that way, and we're going to do the trek overland from here to the chateau, or the chalet, actually. And almost the same thing. But first, we're going to build this. So I've got all the stuff on the bears. We're going to do that in the very next episode. So I hope you all join us for that. In the meantime, BeFun and I are going to sign out right here. And we will join you in the next one. Thank you for watching until the very end of this one. Bye-bye.
See you then.